BYU 41, Iowa State 27. So I had the BYU Iowa State game in the quad box like all afternoon because we talked about it in the preview. You might remember if you listened to it. The afternoon slate of games, you could have built two quads that were of equal interest. It was really, really, really interesting in that time slot. Amid all the other games going on, this is the one I wanted to watch. All I wanted to do was watch Bear Bachmeier, honestly. I'm not even kidding. True freshman, number 47, wonderful head of hair, which we've talked about a lot here. Plus, he's part of the Bachmeier football dynasty. All of these things are very important on the Solid Verbal. Now, I will note, he is not a finished product, okay? He is not a finished product. He still has happy feet. There are still some ill-advised throws. He is not perfect. But what is most encouraging if you're a BYU fan is they are not scheming around him. If you watch that game, if you watch any of what Bear Bachmeier has done leading up to this game, progressively so, it is more and more the case where the coaching staff is not treating him like a liability. And that is really exciting, especially with how well they are playing otherwise. Whether it's a stroke of good luck, whether it's really good coaching, maybe it's a combination of the two. It probably is. But Bear Bachmeier already seems to me like he's better than Jake Retzlaff. And given the circumstances in the run-up to this season, to have caught lightning in a bottle with a true freshman is crazy and almost never happens. He looked awesome in this game. He was the entire offense in this game. BYU had 410 total yards. Bear Bachmeier had 356 of them. Iowa State came in as like a top 25 caliber defense. It was clear fairly early that we knew watching from home what BYU was going to do. And certainly John Haycock knew what they were going to do and build the whole plan out of Bear Bachmeier. And you know what? They still couldn't stop him. They couldn't stop him. And what's even crazier to me is that this was kind of a shootout. Like, this was not a shutdown effort on the BYU side by any stretch of the imagination. BYU came into this game, I think, as like the 12th or 13th best defense in Bill Connolly's SP+. BYU was outgained. They gave up almost 500 yards in this one, but they win the turnover battle 3-0. One of those was a pick six. As we said, when we previewed this game, BYU doesn't fit neatly into any box. There's not like one guiding philosophy or identity. They're sort of all the things all at once. And they can adapt to whatever. They're extremely adaptable. And that's what I think makes them really hard to game plan for. They'll just sort of do whatever works, whatever they need to do. Frankly, there should be more teams around college football that adapt that mentality. I don't know if all of them will be as good at it as BYU seems to be this year, but they are getting the job done. To go on the road to win this one in the manner that they did was damn impressive. They are now 8-0. They might crack the top 10. I don't know what the rankings are going to show when they release the latest round of AP polling, but they're right there. They deserve to be right there. They're off next week, but 2 weeks they go to Lubbock, which is going to be one of those games that we have to do the early preview for on the Tuesday episode, right? I mean, that's going to be the Big 12 game of the year right there. I don't know if they'll be favored. My hunch is no. But I do think they can win. And if you ask me how I think they could win or what I think they're going to do in order to win, it's a big shrug. I have no idea. But that's kind of their MO. And I think that's kind of what makes them who they are. So BYU with a damn impressive win here over Iowa State. Iowa State was favored in this game at home, by the way. So to go in there to win like they did, to put up all those yards, to be outgained, to still have to find a way to do it, that BYU is legit. They might not go 12-0, but 11-1, 10-2 is looking pretty good right about now.